The next question is E7.1. The controller for Wallaby PLC is attempting to determine the amount of cash and cash equivalents to be reported on its December 31st, 2019 statement of financial position. The following information is provided for 1 to 12. A. Compute the amount of cash and cash equivalents to be reported on Wallaby PLC's statement of financial position at December 31st, 2019. And then B, indicate the proper reporting for items that are not reported as cash on the December 31st, 2019 statement of financial position. So for A, we need to determine from 1 to 12 which will be included under cash and cash equivalents. So the rest of the points that are not included in cash and cash equivalents, we must determine in which account they will be reported. Yeah, so we go one by one. Commercial savings account of 600,000 and commercial checking account balance of 800,000 are held at First National Bank of Olive. So obviously if savings account and then checking account, it will be reported under cash. So 600,000 and 800,000 will be reported under cash. And then the second one, money market fund account held at Volunteco, a mutual fund organization, okay, permits Wallaby to write checks on this balance 5 million. Yeah, so money market fund, remember it is under cash equivalents. So we should record it under cash and cash equivalents. Okay, so 600, 805 million. And then number 3, travel advances of 180,000 for executive travel for the first quarter of next year. Employee to reimburse through salary reduction. Yeah, so travel advances, it is one of the non-trade receivables. So it's not under cash or cash equivalent. So travel advances, it will be reported under receivables employee. Yeah. And then number 4, a separate cash fund in the amount of 1.5 million is restricted for the retirement of long-term debt. So remember, if cash is restricted, it is a restricted cash, it won't be reported under cash and cash equivalents. So instead, it will be reported as cash restriction, cash for retirement of long-term debt. So it can be under the other assets classification. And then number 5, petty cash fund of 1,000. Obviously, petty cash fund will be reported under cash, 1,000. And then number 6, an IOU from Marianne Koch, a company customer in the amount of 150,000. So IOU is I owe you. Yeah, so it means like a receivables. Okay, so obviously this will be reported under the accounts receivable. Yeah. And then number 7, a bank overdraft of 110,000 has occurred at one of the banks the company uses to deposit its cash receipts. At the present time, the company has no deposit at this bank. Yeah, so bank overdraft obviously will not be recorded under cash, so it will be reported under bank overdraft itself, which is in current liabilities. And then number 8, the company has 2 certificate of deposit, each totaling 500,000. These CDs have a maturity of 120 days. So the certificate of deposit will be under the temporary investment or under the short-term investment. Yeah, so it will not be under cash equivalents because 120 days, not in a month. And then number 9, Wallaby has received a check that is dated January 12, 2020 in the amount of 125,000. Yeah, so it is a check, okay, from the customer, okay, which will be cleared on January 12th. So now it is only December 1st, 2019. So obviously won't be under cash. So it's a post-dated check and it will be recorded as accounts receivable. Number 10, Wallaby has agreed to maintain a cash balance of 500,000 at all times at First National Bank of Ole to ensure future credit availability. So this is compensating balances. Yeah. So it will be like a restriction also, but we must show it in the notes to the financial statements. Yeah. And then number 11, Wellaby has purchased 2.1 million of commercial paper of Sergio Leone Co., which is due in 60 days. So remember, commercial paper, it will be under cash equivalents. Yeah. And then the last one, currency and coin on hand amounted to 7,700. This will be obviously under cash. Yeah, so if you have determined all of it, you can just sum all of it and then you will get 8,508,700 of cash and cash equivalents.